Alright, so it's been a second since I last looked at this. What was I doing again? At the cow. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that's easier to hear. Alright, I had the cow. Oh, that's right, I was waiting for that raid to show up. Waiting for that raid to show up so that I can just leave it behind and go do something more useful. Got the fishing hut going up. Just let it run. That's right, I got that legendary armor for Cornbread. Hopefully he'll stop getting beat up quite as badly every time I get involved into anything. Yeah, legendary locust armor. I wonder how much heat protection does he get from this? Or rather, not heat protection, but heat defense. Fire and lasers and such. 73%. 73.8. And then have that other armor, the Phoenix armor. I think this is supposed to provide even more. Yeah, 97.5. That is really good. And that's just excellent quality. I wonder if it would make sense to get other people set up with that Phoenix armor and just have them wear jetpacks instead of having the built-in. The problem is that my melee guys all have these shield belts, and those are really, really nice since they can just block everything that isn't melee. They're kind of like the Dune shields. So ranged guys can't really use them because they'll stop the outgoing bullets as well. But it's really nice for melee dudes to be able to be protected while they're closing the gap. Those shields get turned off with EMP, however. So if I'm using EMP grenades to try to support my melee fighters, those shields are effectively just dead weight. And the armor that they're having to wear in order to have those shields and also a jetpack is that locust armor. And it's not bad by any means, but it is a lot lighter than some of the other options that I've got. So for instance, the sharp armor, sharp covers like all bullets and spears and I think cutting damage as well. Basically anything that's not crushing damage or lasers. 156, and that's for legendary locust armor. Versus on excellent Phoenix armor, 149. So 2 quality levels down, and really not that much lower. This Phoenix armor also has that little incendiary projectile it can launch out, which is cool. A little annoyed that the times where it'd been most useful, like during those big zombie attacks, it's always raining, and that kind of puts a damper on it, which is not ideal, but you know, it's nice to have. It's like I've got some space for meat, so I can have Biscotti go and pick up those ibex. Hunting sniper rifle. What do these guys want? Have Sammy go talk to him. It's like they just want to do some trading. Oh, I'll buy some medicine. Man, I got a lot of components. That's good. That's good. Reinforced barrels I'm pretty good on. I don't see anything else here. I guess I could sell off. They don't have a lot of money, but I can sell off a little bit. Some of these old hand-me-down clothes. $56 more. Is this my actual sell price? Yeah. I guess I could buy one more reinforced barrel. Mostly just to absorb the cost of selling off some of this stuff that I don't really want anymore. It's nice to be able to clear up some shelf space. Need that kid helmet. Although I guess I need to make a new one, because presumably that was thorns. That's fine, though. Those are cheap to make. Anything else I can sell? I don't really see using these Molotovs. I'm going to sell them. They've been on my shelf for a long time, and it just kind of seems like a liability to have them. Negative 150. Sell them some beer. Really seeing anything else I want to just ditch. This Yayo is nice to have, so I can turn it into more Go Juice. I don't like using Go Juice, because there are some risks involved. Like, your guy can overdose as soon as they use it and just pass out, which sucks if they're in the middle of combat and you're using it in an emergency situation to begin with. And there's also a chance of them becoming instantly addicted to it, I believe. Which is also kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, 0.5% to randomly overdose. Safe dose interval for adults. Never safe. So, really useful stuff. This is what it does. 20% extra consciousness. 50% movement. 35% sight. And then all of your pain is reduced to 10% of what it otherwise would be. So, really great in emergencies. But risky. Very risky. What else can I sell? %. I guess 73 is low enough to sell. 83 is still a fair amount of life left in that thing. I'll just... Oh, my beer. Ah, fuck it. I guess I'll just pay him $46 to get rid of my stuff for the most part. I'll give him the shirt. Oh, no, he can't afford the shirt. Well, that'll do, I guess. Okay, well. Sammy. Oh, he's getting the barrel. Okay. Is someone getting this? Yeah, Paul. Presumably Sammy will get to work butchering these ibex that Big Scotty is bringing in. Yeah, I've got a fair amount of space, actually. What else can I hunt while I'm here? Get this alpaca. Ah, there's the raid. Ooh, what do we got? 2 Mulators. Little shotgun guys. Some Lancers, which despite the name, it's actually a ranged weapon. Pretty nasty ranged weapon. 3 of the melee guys. 4 centipedes with the big guns. Not the fire guns, though. Do I bother fighting these guys? Do I want to stay here? Should I just leave? There's steel to be had. Oh right, there's the toxic fallout. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I'll just leave. This place sucks. I can't even grow anything. Alright, well, have fun with that, Mech Hive. That's someone else's problem, I guess. Everyone get aboard. Yeah, Thorn's missing his helmet. I'll have to fix that. It's a good thing those guys are preparing for a moment. It gives me a moment to get the hell out. Oh, we have some tattered apparel. Now the question is, where? Where to go? Where to go? That grav core would be nice. That is certainly a compelling option. Got some ancient launch site. That's probably mostly just going to be fuel. Ancient complex could be anything. Didn't I have some other mission or something? Oh yeah, the Arco-Neck, or the Anti-Clinker stuff. I would like that helmet a lot, or the helmet, that hammer a lot. Do I even know where it is though? Do I have to accept it to find the destination? Huh? One way to find out. This it? Just saw something pop up. Where did it go? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, it's a nice little island. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. We're leaving the toxic fallout to go to the beach, everyone. 435 chem fuel. Yeah. That should be fine. Goodbye. You'll never take this cow alive, or dead for that matter. Gotta see what's tattered on Squirrel. People don't like wearing stuff below, or I guess at 50% or lower durability. Just makes them sad. The equipment, it doesn't lose, like, efficacy or efficiency or anything. It's just, it functions just fine. Just makes them sad. It's ugly. Maybe? Actually, might technically not be ugly. Just depressing. Okay. Deep water along the edge means no one can spawn in this entire corner, I think. Which is pretty nice. But wasn't I supposed to, like... Ah, here we go. This must be the facility in question. Has the info. About fertile ground. Do we... Yeah, we got some. That's good. And what are these? Horses, maybe? Yeah, horses. Kind of round. Round horses. Sand is kind of a pain just because it's... it literally gets everywhere. Like, the people have to clean it up constantly. I guess I could set down, like, right over here somewhere. And that gives me proximity to this. Stuff won't spawn on that side. And I've got this field I can grow in. Things could spawn, like, right here, which wouldn't be great. But maybe I'll put a little wall around that field. In fact... I think I'm going to have the ship oriented this way. And then probably extend a wall down from the bottom of the ship to the edge of the complex. Yeah, I'll do it like that. No, over here. Yeah, that's the spot. That way I can have it where people would need to come through the complex. And, if they're like anywhere over here, to get to the back of my ship, which is where they'll be trying to break in. Could even put a wall out to the water. People will still walk in the water, but they'll probably path away just to avoid having to do that. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but it did, I think, imply that I might have to defend myself while I'm here. I guess we'll just have to see. Now, presumably the shuttle should be coming to pick up blueberries sooner than later. Visitors. Wow. What's this? Ah, seals. And a stone crab. What's this? Oh, components. Might as well grab those. I've got a lot of components, but they're good to have. Let's see if I can actually remember to set the hops up correctly this time. We'll do hops here. Yeah, I got a good amount of hops. And I'll do this as rice. Mostly just so I can keep my onboard stuff pretty well stocked. Because I do want to go back to space. For a few reasons. Probably a good amount. It really doesn't take much. Okay, so I gotta set this one to rice. This one to hops, which I can never find on this list. Yeah, hops. I don't know if I need to grow anything else right now. I guess I could put down some cotton. If I have to leave, it's not the end of the world. I've got some cotton stored up I don't really use a ton of it, but it is nice to have available. The Devil's Strand would be really nice, but since it's fall and this stuff takes a long time to grow, I don't think I'd be able to grow any of it in time. Even if I stayed here for a while, I think it'd just get to winter and freeze them out. I'll just go for some cotton. Let's see, gotta build a wall over here. Set it up so that if they're coming out of these doors, still have to go around the ship. What's that? Ancient razor wire. Okay, well I gotta get rid of that. Well, I guess if they come through those doors... No, we can do better. We can do better here. Got a lot of steel, so I'm not really worried about using steel. I'll do like this, 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 and this. Yeah. Now even if someone cuts through the facility, they can't easily get to this without going all the way around the other side, at which point rockets can get involved. I do want to have a door so that I can get through without too much trouble. We'll just slap it up there. I'm going to have some cut plant orders going just to clear the way. The construction people will cut the plants down as needed, but since they're not really about plants, it's very slow. I'm going to have to get rid of this because I think that's going to block this thruster. And I'd rather that not happen. I think that's everything else. Oh yeah, squirrel. What's your problem here? Oh no, it's her armor. Well, I could try the Phoenix, or even just go to Cataphract if I don't really care about that flamethrower thing. Oh, but that heat damage resistance is really nice since my guys are so vulnerable to that. Kind of cool for them to largely be immune. That shield build though, damn, it's so useful. I'll just stick with Locust for now. And the jetpack, that jetpack has come in handy just so many times that it's really hard for me to justify not having jetpacks. I guess my melee guys could possibly get away with it just because they tend to be faster. But at the same time, the melee people are the ones that benefit from it the most, since they can just shoot right up to something and immediately start smacking. Hopefully Mal makes a good set of armor. Melee guys tend to get hit a lot, unsurprisingly. Let's see, I guess it's pretty late at night. Well, late-ish. To get started on any major... Oh, shit. I didn't expect another set of raiders. Oh, and they're going right for the walls? I guess that other raid was unrelated? Oh my god. Alright, well... This is the thing that can actually do the wall breaking, the thump cannon. There's only one of those, that's not too bad. Unfortunately, these types of raids tend to just not engage with kill boxes at all. Which makes me sad, because I like my setup over here. I could try to throw an anti-grain at him. But that's probably a little overkill. I should probably save that for anti-structure more than anything else. Oh yeah, gotta set up a Thorn's helmet as well. That's low priority. In lieu of the anti-grain, which I do really hate these things. What do I have for call aid? Cataphract squad, those guys are very powerful. Aerodrone salvo. I could probably call in a Cataphract squad to soak up some of the frontal damage. And then have my guys pick them off, especially with Biscotti and Margarita, both being pretty good at range. Especially Biscotti. Once that siege unit is down, my concerns are significantly reduced. What's the situation on food here? Is everyone Okay, Mal needs to finish eating because she's really, really hungry. And Paul does as well. Just let them finish. Okay. Now everyone should be able to fight for a little bit at least. I don't want that thing to get to the base. Because if it gets to the base, it's going to start poking holes in the wall. And that's just a situation I'd rather not deal with. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get an anti-grain on them. Even if I wanted to. They're moving along a little too quickly. That's fine. That's the target, though. Looks like they're spreading out a bunch. That's actually kind of a good thing for me. If they split along this... a little bit, at least. These guys, unfortunately, are just straight up immune to the incendiary launcher, so... Phoenix armor would mostly be a defense thing. Oh yeah, I do have my various psychic powers. Might be able to do some shenanigans with that to make their lives a little more difficult. And I do have the shield generators on the ship too. They can make these big bubble shields. It won't cover this section, or the very, very tip on the front, but that's okay. That thing's splitting up though. I'll have Larissa call in the Cataphract squad in a moment here. Up here. Oh no, it was Sammy that had the cataphracts available. Have them call them out here. Hopefully they'll take cover against this wall and tie these things up for a moment, and I can have my guys come in up along these rocks. As soon as this thing's dead, I can fall back to my own ship and fight like I normally fight. Does Biscotti have the range? Jesus Christ, she has so much range. Biscotti, take that thing down. Cataphracts. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I figured they would take cover rather than just go. Do I have anyone that can do psychic stuff to help them out? Not really. And I think it technically is... Oh, that's too short range. I think it technically is a hostile action if I teleport them against their will, even if I'm doing it to help them, so I'm going to avoid that. I guess I can still have everyone but Biscotti, since I don't want to interrupt her activities at the moment. Move up. Are these rocks, perhaps? Yeah, that should be pretty good. Is that termite? Termite's still up. Probably won't be for long. Mal took a hit. Man, shot her in the lung. Oh, Biscotti! Don't shoot Mal in the lung. That is rude behavior. Guess I do need to move her up. If you're close enough to allies, then you'll shoot over them, but if you're too far away, there's a chance to accidentally hit, and that appears to be what happened. Despite her alleged planet-known master-level skill, Termite's still alive. These guys are getting fucked, which is good. I'll have Paul move down here. Try to get Squirrel into Paul's spot, mostly just because Squirrel's got the shield bubble. And enemies can hit that even if they're aiming at someone else. In fact, if I move Paul... Oh, there's a tiny tree in the way. Move over here. Move Larissa up there. Larissa's got some heavy armor. But yeah, even if someone is shooting at someone else, they can still accidentally hit the shield guys in the front here, just so they absorb the hit. I don't know who he's shooting at. Wait, did the cataphracts all die already? Looks like they did. I thought there were 4. Oh, he's running. That's fair. He had cataphract armor. He hasn't taken any damage. I guess he just saw his other guys go down and was like, nope. Fuck this. Oh, ouch. Okay, well, at this point, this has been pretty thoroughly shredded. I'm going to tell everyone to move up, mostly just so they stop firing, and I'll have my melee guys use their jump packs to get up very quickly. Because these things aren't really all that big of a deal in melee. Yeah, so you can just land on it, mace out instantly, smash. Now these things, which I believe were the melee units, yeah, they're going to come in and get shot at by my ranged guys. I believe that's everyone. What's this? Independent wild man. Alright, I guess he's just there, doing his own thing. Looks like that was everything, though. That wasn't too bad. That's some minor damage. Left leg is bruised, but it's a bound. Or, I guess that's a real leg. In fact, I think the most damage I took was from my own people. Biscotti. Maybe you should avoid that in the future. I'll just let them do their thing. Oh, wait, no. Draft. And then I'll set up a drop zone. Over here, I guess. And I'll set all of this stuff over here to allow, because I want to shred these guys up. I think they usually have plasteel in them, and I use so much plasteel that it's always nice to have. Take some free simple meals too, some survival meals, why not? Might come back. I guess I can grab them too. Yeah, I'll just grab everything over here. Give those guys a burial. They might be effectively expendable, like Helldiver troops, but still treat them with some respect. They did help me out quite a bit here. Alright, now when I undraft, people will likely grab some of this stuff on their way in. Or make a liar of me. That is a possibility too. Please, everyone, haul in some stuff on your way home. Everyone grab a mechanoid. Except for Mal, because she doesn't like to haul stuff in general. That means you, Larissa. In fact, you can grab some plasteel. Even better than having to shred it is just getting it. Yeah. Mal, I guess, needs to go and get in the hospital bed. Which one's my legendary? That one. I should probably get more legendary hospital beds. It's really nice to have a good hospital. Good armor, good hospital. Makes for much improved longevity. And at least with this playthrough, I'm trying to generally keep people alive and have a low turnover rate so they can get a lot of training in. Become experts in their fields. I mean, hell, look at Paul. He did not have a lot of expertise, and he's got very little passion. But despite that, he's become pretty good at construction. Pretty good at shooting, honestly. Not bad. Not bad at all. Similar situation with Margarita. I think her shooting skill at the beginning of the game was like 3 or something like that. But she's been at it for a while. She's part of the original crew. Margarita, could you treat these guys? I wonder how this lung damage works with the detoxifier lung. I think this does still just repair itself. Like a bionic thing. Well, you can still treat it. Just treat it with like duct tape instead of band-aids. It's all basically the same thing. I don't know what these guys want. Just visitors, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Just hanging out. Nothing to trade. Yeah, the original crew was Sammy, Mal, and Margarita. And they were strangers at the beginning of the game. And just from day one, Sammy was incessantly hitting on Mal and Margarita. And pretty quickly, Margarita fell for him, and they got married, and then they've been together for this whole time. Seems to be a good relationship. Oh, Mal has got the shoot frenzy. I had her set up as melee for a very long time, pretty much until Cornbread came around. And that's why her melee is trained as much. Her base melee was not very high. It was like, again, like 3, low single digit. So she's only been using a gun since Cornbread got into the adult life stage. But she's picking it up decently quickly. SMGs are good for that. A lot of shooting. And since I'm typically fighting at close range, her accuracy is usually good enough. I'm gonna have Sammy blow this thing up. Just to get it out of the way. Stand over here. Now watch, when he fires at close range, the cone gets so wide. Look at those shots. Well, that's actually making a liar of me. Still pretty wide though. He's gonna miss, and he will find a way to do so. Alright, let him do his thing. How am I doing on wood? Pretty good. Steel is fine. Might end up grabbing some more while I'm here. In the meantime, I'll have, I guess, Sammy again. Sammy, Squirrel, grab Paul. Paul's become a pretty competent fighter. I guess Biscotti's not really going to be necessary. I'm going to go into the building, and I don't really need a sniper rifle. I could give her an assault rifle, but she's doing pretty well with that. I'll grab Cornbread. I'll let Biscotti work on cooking up meals anyway. I think she's still got more cooking to do. Well, actually, she's pretty caught up on that. I've got space for meat, though, so I suppose I can have her hunting instead. I don't really want to hunt boomalopes because they explode when they die, and that's not really my thing. Could hunt the seals. Seal skin is pretty valuable for making top hats and such. What else we have? Raccoon, boom rat, hare, mega sloth. We got some buffalo, some horses. That's right. Forgot about the horses. That's enough buffalo where if they revenge, be a problem. I'll just have her get the seals for now. That seal skin will be nice. I think I have a little bit saved up, but just not enough to do anything with. So getting some extras will help with that. Yeah. Yeah, I can probably get a top hat, and that'll be worth, like, potentially several hundred silver. My other guy is... Oh, I'm going to have him come over here and start looking in this building. Probably will need Larissa. Yeah, I'll grab her. Because I suspect I'll have to hack some stuff. I think that was explicitly the goal here. Who is getting in the way here? In fact, here's some stuff to hack already. Squirrel, open up that box. Cornbread, open up this door. Sammy, cover. Paul, cover. Larissa, get hacking. Margarita, I guess she's got planting to do. I'll let her do her own thing for now. Could pull in Mal to hack, but no, there's more stuff to hack. And a bomb. I don't want that to be there. Set it to deconstruct. I can have Paul just do that now. Yeah, he's gonna automatically do that. He can hack all right, too. But I'll have Larissa take care of the hacking for now. Yeah, these things, it's a, well, as it says, a large explosion if damaged. So I usually prefer to just remove temptation there. Some uranium. Definitely like that. Got a pretty good supply right now, but uranium does make for some really nice building material. It's not radioactive, which is convenient. It just has a lot of health. It's really heavy. Got a lot of health. Nice. More boxes. What do you got in this one? Sammy move up there. Looks like Paul's just about done with that, so I can redraft him. Yeah. Just to continue to provide cover for whatever pops out over here. Some hyperweave is like, I think, the best textile in general. Haven't used a whole lot of it, but I think it's good. More boxes. Cornbread. Pop the door. Medicine. Alright. Okay, we got a big hallway. Like we've got a little bit more to discover still. Cornbread. Not the door. Cornbread. Squirrel, move over to this door. Oh yeah, there's that room too. Another box. I should probably be careful with these. Plasteel is always nice. I've never seen anything dangerous pop out of these, but I don't know. I haven't opened an absolute ton of them, so I don't really know what's possible with that. I know that the cryo caskets are pretty dangerous to open up. Oh, okay. Well, not a whole lot going on there. One more room to pop open. I suppose I'm not actually looking for stuff in this facility. I think I'm just trying to... Lone tree, okay. To get information. So presumably one of these consoles will have the info I'm looking for. Then again, I did see... Oh, more components. I did see something weird over here. Yeah, the steel wall. Probably just part of this ruin. But I might have to check that out. Oh, okay, I just have to hack the 3 terminals. In that case, Margarita, are you still planting stuff? Yeah, she's still planting stuff. Mal is busy making armor. I guess I can have Paul do some hacking. He's not as good at it, but he's not terrible. It all just comes down to the intellectual skill. And his is... A 9's not bad. Solid professional. Margarita and Mal have a few points on them, though. I don't think anyone else is particularly high. Yeah. They leave the thinking to the other ones. I do kind of wish I could just start hacking without having to set them to work as a hacker. Yeah, if I'm doing the manual override thing, it just seems like it would make sense. Got a hunting work site nearby. Holpla. I think that's the... Oh yeah, sure enough, here we go. I think that faction is the pig faction? I don't remember who that is. These guys, maybe? It's hard to tell since these are the religions, not the factions. Ah, here we go. Yeah, Rough Pig Union is Pulpa. So I could pop over there and steal a shitload of pemmican, but 22 people, that's a decent sized horde. I don't really need the heavy fur either, so I'll probably just leave them alone for now. I've not done one of those attacks though. It might be interesting just to see. Since it's a work site, they might not all be combat folk. I guess it's a hunting work site though, so maybe even the work folk would be hunting folk and thus combat folk. I don't know. Looks like these are wrapping it up. We got 2. I guess I could... Yeah, I'll have Larissa take over. Hopefully it doesn't reset. Yeah, it doesn't reset. Perfect. Cornbread. Grab this medicine, please. And the synthread. Or hyperweave. Quest complete. Presumably, I'm now closer to getting that. I guess? Doesn't say. Maybe I just need to do the second one, and then it will give me a new quest to actually go and get it. Probably. Oh, this one's on a time limit. That'll be interesting. Do I have space for more stuff on my ship? Technically, yes. Not a lot. 84, would that be? 6 gets me to 90, so 16 tiles. What can I do with 16 tiles? I wouldn't mind having a crematorium on board. Oh, no one ever picked up those bodies. Or those meals. Lazy. Why aren't they shredding? Oh yeah, I have to turn this on so they can actually do the shredding. Which means I guess I can go ahead and put in that simple kid helmet order. Could step it up to something a little more durable. Because Thorn's gonna be a child for a decent amount of time still, and it only takes 20 metal. I'll do plasteel, fuck it. He's worth it. Switch that on. I'm gonna have Mal keep focusing on this armor first, though. The squirrel stops getting this little mood debuff. It's not a big one, and she's got so many things that are helping. But, yeah, ratty apparel, -3. Yeah, there are definitely bigger problems. But I'd rather her not be dealing with that. But she doesn't have to be. Get some graveyard action going. Might only need 3, but experience has told me that that is rarely enough for an extended stay. And if I'm going to be here long enough to get those hops, I'm probably going to need more than 3 graves. Let's see, set these plants to get cut for the same reason as before. How are my herbal medicines? Not quite. Pretty good. Still more space on the shelf for food. Oh yeah, I can have Larissa fish. In fact, I can just kind of co-op one of these little buildings over here. Let's see, you need a fishing zone. And then I need to enclose it, since my guys do prefer being inside. Where would that be? Structure. Bridge. I'll just use wooden walls. The wooden walls, a regular bridge, I believe, is enough. And just enclose it up to here. A little bit of space. And why not? We'll put some floors down, make it a little bit nicer. And then also have a dining room chair right there. That'll be good. Oh yeah, the seals. That's good. That seal skin. Young drifters request aid. Group of poor children are approaching looking for help. Children are begging for 39 medicine. That's a lot of medicine. They need the medicine to help their friends at a nearby settlement that was devastated by raiders. Unfortunately for these children, that's a pretty large amount of medicine. Like, that's a big percentage of my total supply. And I don't think my people care a whole lot if I don't do charity quests. Where are they? Are they Frothfurs? I'll help them out if they're Frothfurs. Yatican, close, but not quite. And nope. Sorry, guys. That medicine is needed for other reasons. My species is endangered. Oh, that must be the shuttle for Blueberry. Good. Go ahead and get her out of here and get that reward. That was a pretty easy quest. Had to move around a little bit, but it didn't really matter since that toxic fallout was going to make me want to leave anyways. There's not much reason to be there. Quest complete. I think I did that for honor mostly. Yeah. So nothing immediately useful. But that means that I can call this aid, even if the cooldown is still going. I can call that aid by spending honor in a pinch. So it's still pretty useful to have. Inspired trade. Paul, you're probably not going to be doing any trades, sorry. I think it does make sense to stay here, at least just until I can get this hops harvest in. Well, is the weather even going to cooperate for that? It's fall. I didn't actually check to see how cold it gets here. It's 41 to 92. Oh. Not too far north. Yeah, it might stay warm enough for me to get it. We'll see. Oh no, what happened? Why did these kids turn evil? What? Why does this one have a knife? Traveler's harmed. Okay, well. I guess this Margarita woke up and chose violence. I don't know why they turned evil here. Or why I turned evil. Hard to say who was who. Oh well. Guess they won't be needing that medicine as much. But you see, this is what I'm talking about. Graves, they just end up being relevant. For one reason or another. Disassemble these crates. I'm guessing they probably have some plasteel. Or at the very least some components. They seem advanced enough for that. I'm not going to bother breaking this other stuff down though. Well, deconstruct these cylinders. The things you have to break, it seems like more often than not, they break down into those steel slag chunks, which you can then... Oh, nothing's coming out of these. Oh, that's lame. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, the steel slag chunks, you can smelt them to get, I think it's 15 steel. Oh, nothing's coming out of the crates either. Fair enough. Whatever. And the 15 steel, you know, it's nice if you don't have any other options, but if I've got steel available to mine, that's usually going to be a lot faster. And I just don't need a lot of steel right now. Trade ship, there's a combat supplier. I'll take a look. No harm in looking. Sammy, call him up. And where are you? Ah, there he is. What do we got? Nothing too appealing. Uranium kid helmet. Can the regular helmet, the flak helmet, be worn by children? I don't think so. Nope, only adults. We do have a Zeus hammer, but it's only normal quality. So not that big of a deal. Some lovely rabbit ears. More medicine. Well, it sucks for those travelers. I got enough money where I could have bought them some medicine had whatever happened not happened. They just turned evil, I guess. I'm going to blame them because they're not here to defend themselves. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for me to buy from these guys. Let Sammy go back to whatever it was he was doing, burying people, I think. Looks like Mal's almost done with this too, which is nice. What quality did we end up with? Excellent. Okay, well. Excellent's not too bad. What she was already wearing. Preferred masterwork, but excellent will do. Enough plasteel where I could make another set and see what happens. I should probably hold on to that. I am going to load up these old armors once she's done changing into it. Mostly just to free up the shelf space. But also so that when I go to the Imperial people to do some trading, I've got those available. Those can sell pretty well. Set to load. And then find it down here. Locust armor. Excellent. Oh, they both are at 49%. How about that? Yeah, these are the steel slag chunks I was talking about. You smelt them in the furnace for 15 steel. Oh good, she's done shredding those up. I should probably move this down to the bottom of the list, honestly. Because I'm trying to build something. That's usually going to be my priority. It looks like she already made the kid helmet? No? Did I not actually add one to that? It said it's plasteel. Oh, I guess it never actually made the order. What is Thorn's hair? What is this? Do you have a mullet? Can't really tell. Well, put a helmet on him soon enough, and then it won't matter if he's got some funny looking hair. Masterwork. Oh, Masterwork plasteel kid helmet. That, I imagine, will last long enough for he'll be an adult before that wears out. 168 hit points. How much did that old one have? I'm guessing a lot less. Or did I already sell it? I guess I already sold it. Yeah. Check in here. I think. We have to check it in here? Where is it? Make kid helmet. View kid helmet. Here we go. 60 hit points is the default. I don't know what material. I guess there'd be a multiplier for each material. I should probably learn how this works. So if it's 60 hit points by default, what is there like a multiplier on here? Max hit points times 100%. What does it say for plasteel? Max hit, oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, pretty big bonus for being plasteel. Alright, well since they're taking a break, I think I will take a break too. I will be back in a little bit.